Welcome to the video. The gang is all here. I'd like to thank Scarlett and Sue for realizing that we've got a lid to that storage piece. I'm holding the iPad because I have to pull back. It's a little shaky. And it is the same. Where is it? Chinko. Come on, Chinko. There you go. Money this time. I don't normally do this, but this was $6.99. It's a piece of newspaper from 1875, Harper's Weekly, and it says, well, it's like Black Connia. It's just a really interesting image, and ago, September of 22, and we've got a chef and we've got an old friend, cream of wheat. Starfish Patrick and the cat. I'm gonna get those out of the way. The cat is from Walmart, not really a name brand. It's well made. I've washed all that stuff in hot water and all, but we'll try to do something, you know, get these things funneled out. So today the thrift store ladies were in full force. The manager is not there. I guess the other ladies are coming in to clean out. I mean, they've got ladders in there. They are going through it with a fine-tooth comb, which they do, you know, usually in the winter. By the way, I'm having a nice cup of hot tea. Finally, it's 5 in the evening. We just got back from the dumpster dive a couple hours ago. I was there 20 minutes. It was full again. It appears to be, I got about 15 bags out of there. It appears to be fabrics still, but you just never know. It's just they're going through with bags and just putting stuff that hasn't sold in there. Not really anything like jewelry yet, and there may not be. So I got me a lemons wedge in there with some local honey. I don't have any lemons, and I have not been to the store. Little update. This was in our toys the other day, and I liked him. The batteries I took out, but I'm just not going to replace them. So I found out he is Perry the Agent B, Perry the Platypus, and there's all kinds of videos on him. I'm going to add him to my toy collection because I like him. And this is another young PJ Mac Frog Boy Gecko, little superhero for a kid. He may go to the park. I don't know. So let's get rid of SpongeBob. Starfish. Like him. He's cool. And the cat is going to go. It's a very realistic cat. Livy or Minka are not interested. And so it's washed and cleaned and gonna go to somebody. You know what I do is go down to that recycle bin and just put a little box out, nothing to get me alerted, and check it later in the day, and it's gone through, and usually everything's picked out of it. It's raining today, so kind of drizzling, and I'll put a few things in there, a few toys. That way people find treasures as well. A couple of buttons, cute. Put those in my little pen bag. Some stamps. Go Cheers. I don't know. You know, I'm going to try to have like a craft bag. This is giveaway stuff, you know. I'm going to look. There is a lamp in there. That might be something made in Japan. Could be vintage. Might be something somebody needs. There's my other Zippo. So I need to see how much those go for, but that might be a giveaway. Here's an old cheapy thing. It's just vintage though. It's just, don't you just love, it's like 70s. Oil change. This is just so how, you know, like my dad just, you know, safety check. Put that on there. Write it all in there. I mean, it's so different now. But that helped to keep you organized. I just kind of think it's cute. And maybe I'll make a vintage junk box, you know. People put it on Etsy with a bunch of vintage junk and try to, you know, ship it out without. Just something for people to rummage through. You know, that's in my mind. But then reality's going to start next week when I go back to work. And I got to get over this crud. I don't know, this like goes, this is something, what is this? Does it go to a lantern made in the USA? I've got a metal box with vintage, you know, metals, eagle, that I'll probably throw that in. Then I've got a craft bag. I'm just gonna put those at the park. Anything that's kind of like crafty or book, you know, I can slip in. There's a little public library, little house at the park. It's not very big, and the door came off and all that, and I called the city and asked if they could repair it, because the park has all new, you know, $1 million worth of stuff to play on, and there's that little free library that's just falling apart. They sent somebody out and repaired it, and I wrote them a thank you note. And I like to just stash stuff in there. The other day I was driving by, and little girl had opened it up and was looking for books and things. So that's always neat and satisfying. And we just try to pass on treasures. Everybody likes to find something. These are vintage and cute. They're candle holders. I may list them on Etsy. I'm not sure. Oops. In the package, National Airlines. Haven't looked those up. Pretty cool. I'm sure somebody collects that. This is Hobby Lobby. It's tickets in there, so if you're doing a little function, that's probably going to go in the craft bag. I don't know. You know, these things are going to be craft. These are just some flowers to glue. And I don't know why I'm showing y'all this, because it's Pier 1. That'll go. And this was pretty, but it's broken. And I couldn't find the other piece. Inspired by um, 18th century porcelain. I mean, it'll cut you, so I don't know. I'll probably set that down there at the bottle place. Take it at your own risk. Here's something I'll probably put in one of those jewelry bags, but I don't know. It's kind of getting nasty. So I'm just gonna, I don't like, we get that glitter and you're never gonna get it off. So that's gonna go in a craft bag. Here's some more of these. I'll probably end up, I don't know, setting those down there for somebody. You know, there's people in this town that live in areas that there are no roads. Oh, dead little green spider. I gotta look at that with the loupe. Is he dead? That is weird. Yeah, he's dead. Oh well. Probably came in on the trash. Anyway, they live out where recently activists in town had gotten donations just to cover the children when they wait for the bus, because they would stand out in the rain. There was nothing in that little community. Many of them are from Guatemala, and they come up here, and we are in Texas, and so, you know, they're fixing up their little places, and they're not going to be picky about, you know, light covers matching. People have talents, and they know people to, you know, somebody can go do the electricity of their cousin's house or something, their little shack or whatever, and they're putting it together. So people are always looking for stuff like that, and this is pretty cool. I like it. I like banks. Do y'all like banks? I mean, obviously this is modern. They wanted $10 for it. I don't know when, but I like banks. I'll have to look that up. If it's 90s, I'll sell it. Candles, probably gonna go. I've got enough candles. These are not for me. I don't have decorative candles. I have like utilitarian. I'll put this down there because this looks like the kind of the religious ones people burn. So that'll all go down there tomorrow. It's crazy. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Avon. And it's mail. Oh, I love it. It's empty. That is cool. It's not broken. I know these are not real valuable, but I'll put that on. That is nice. I don't know what this is. Label holders. Office supplies or something. This is a nice heavy piece to put a plant in. And then this little thing, I don't know what it is. At first, I just thought it was going to be a one-day deal, y'all. And then the ladies are on a mission, and they're off tomorrow, but they may show up on a Sunday. And there's no competition. So I'm just getting what I can while I can and dealing with it later. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all my favorite find from today. A couple of other finds, because I'm getting to where I can't film it anymore. It's just too much stuff. I was showing y'all all the little stuff because, gosh, you know, I thought this is going to be a day or two. So, hello, beautiful. And I thought that was pretty cool. This is like a, I don't know, a wig stand or something. It's not marked. I don't think it's old. I'm not sure. You know, I know people that are selling things use these things. I don't know really what to do with it because it's not marked. Probably a dime a dozen, you know, modern thing. But it's pretty cool. Like if you're selling hat, maybe I'll keep it if I sell some more hats. This is the find of the day. Need to clean him up a little more. I think he was glued down there. In the dumpster, loose. And you just have to take the hoe and move stuff around. Get the bags out. Move stuff around. And there he was. And he's not broken. The screw doesn't really work very well anymore. But I don't care. Is that just gorgeous? It's agate. Solid agate. Vintage Mexico. It had a marker thing at one point in its life. It's not banged up. It's just the find of the day for me. I'm keeping that. Until I don't have room for it anymore, but I think I'm going to keep it. I thought it was broken, but it's not. So that is fabulous. And that's the update. Just want to thank everybody that's helping me identify items and for y'all's support and the fact that this is not jewelry. But look what we got to knock on the door today, y'all. Knock on the door. We got a big old box of about 7 pounds, something like that. And we'll be going through it soon. Got 3 more boxes coming. Aunt Barry got another box last night. I put on a bid and got up this morning and boom, she had gotten it, you know. I'm just putting low bids, 15 bucks. I'm like, yeah, that's, and then like y'all know it costs 21 to get it here. So I'm doing that, and so she paid for that right away this morning while she was having her coffee. And we appreciate her. So that's a lot of fun. So now I have a jewelry bag here. You know how it is. You don't want to be without a jewelry bag. I went by the John's Thrift today, and you know, it's just cleaned out. They haven't even had time to restock. It's been, and I don't expect that lady to put any, but just in case, you know, if she ever gets around to putting any out, I will be there to get it. Thank y'all for being here. See y'all soon.